awful lot. So here's what Mark suggested. You need to decide on a system out of all of this that suits you. And my challenge to you folks is to resolve to follow that system for a batch of trades without changing the rules. Who's been through that exercise already?
December 30th, 2025. Let's see how many times the strategy came into effect today. Before we get started, every single vertical line you see, these red and blues and yellows, the yellows are the trades that I actually took. The reds are just saying this is a trade I would have taken to the downside, and the blues are saying this is a trade I would have taken to the upside. Only one of my callouts today resulted in a loss. All of the other callouts resulted in wins, and the trades that I actually took all resulted in wins. So today was a high win rate, high hit rate day. It was a good day, and that's because I'm getting better. As time goes on, if you work towards your rules and your strategy and your process and your self-discipline, the market's going to stay pretty much the same, but you are going to get better. The market opens, and I don't take a trade until right here. Why? Why did I take this trade? It's because the 5-minute regular hours had started slowing down right here. I noticed that we're not losing as much momentum anymore. We're actually slowing down. And then this final candle, 5-minute MACD histogram bar, started to conclude. There was only about 30 seconds to a minute left before this one concluded. So we were reversing our momentum. The momentum was reversing to the downside, which is what we wanted because the 2-minute MACD histogram was already going down. We had a volume bar which was greater than the previous 3. Look at this. Volume bar greater than the previous 3. So I entered here right at the close of the candle, right at the intersection at the VWAP. Stop loss was over here, targeted at 2-to-1, and I allowed my runners to continue running to get more profit. All of these lines, like I said, were just call-outs that I was making, trades that I would have taken but that I did not take for various reasons, all of which would have resulted in wins except for this one right here, this one right here. But why would this resulted in a loss? Think about it. We're selling off, but then boom, we get a huge pop-up, we get a huge volume bar, everything's looking great, this looks ideal, this is going to keep going up forever, right? The 5-minute is building with the direction of the trade, everything is great. But I didn't take the trade because the entry prior was this one. This was another entry right here. We're on the right side of the momentum. We get a volume confluence. We're aligned with the 5-minute MACD. So this was the actual entry. Okay? This entry is what I call late to the party. If you're late to the party, and if it's not the first opportunity that arises, the chances of it being a win go down dramatically. The only other trade I took today, because I'm not trading the middle of the market, I'm only trading the first 2 hours of the market and the last 60 minutes of the market. That's just what I'm doing right now, and I'm really liking that style. This trade right here. Notice what happens. We're in the red, we're selling, we're losing momentum, we're losing selling momentum, but then the selling momentum picks back up. We get a huge monster volume confluence right here. So not only is the MACD momentum reversing, but we get a huge volume selling bar, and we're aligned on the 5-minute MACD. The 5-minute MACD momentum is aligned. This is called momentum stacking. We're stacking momentum on different time frames. So my entry is normal at the close of the candle. Stop loss somewhere above that candle. I target a 2-to-1, and I let my runners continue to run to take more profit. So that was the only 2 trades I took today, both wins. And then the last thing I want to go over with you is this setup right here. We have flipped our selling momentum to now it's increasing. Our selling momentum is now increasing at this red line right here, okay? We're on the right side of the 2-minute momentum. We get a volume confluence. I did not take this trade today because I was experiencing fear. I had 1-2 trades already today. This trade I won. This trade I won. Anytime you see a yellow line, that means it's a trade that I actually took. So the fear hit me. I didn't take this trade, and I should have. But perhaps a part of me was scared to lose some of my profits. That's why I didn't do it. And that's foolish. I could have made a great trade here. That's why I mark the trades, just in case, so that I can always reflect on them later on. With all that being said, I hope you're having a good day and a happy new year to you. I will see you in the next one. Take care now.